All right, folks, welcome to our podcast, Below the Belt. Who Vex Lose? Let us know how you're receiving us, guys. It seems as though there's a nationwide blackout. We're getting reports from several quarters of blackout. Do let us know how that might be affecting you. Feel free to let us know how that might be affecting you. But we get lots of reports of blackout. We get a little static at our end too in the line, but we hope it's not too much for you to deal with. We got a hint of static at our end. Good to see you folks on the live. Let us know how you guys are receiving us. Mavis Davis, well, we see you, and Edward Gonzalez from the Bronx. Alex Boom, we see you as well. A very good afternoon to each and every one of you. We're happy that you folks are here with us. Peace and power, Gil Alikak. Let us know if you guys are receiving us loud and clear. Technicians on duty, let us know how you guys are receiving us. We're ready to get those voice notes, guys. Ready to get your contributions. I know at the end of the week, some folks are haggard out. They have nothing left to give. I feel like somebody called me name there. Guys, but we'd love to hear from you. You know, the success of this particular program depends on you folks. So let us hear from you. I really want to stop talking. Just so we can hear from you guys. Just so we can hear from you folks. Welcome to our podcast, those of you who are now joining us. If you're now joining us, welcome to our podcast. Share the live, smash that emoji button, folks. We're ready to hear from you guys. Good to have you folks. It's very, very quiet where we are due to the blackout. Blackout. The only thing you can depend on. Only thing you can depend on. Blackout. 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 So we want to hear from you guys. Ziggy Brutus, we see you there, Ziggy. We see you there, Ziggy. Thomasina Ben, we see you as well. Yvonne Rodriguez. We see you guys too. Rowena Williams. Rowena, we see you there. Yep. It's a fire nation, guys. It's a fire nation. It's a fire nation. And they're telling us there's a fire in Lambert Street. You know, some of that. Pulling in some of that audio for you guys. No surprises as to a fire. It's just weird at this point. Lambert Street, they're telling us, business premises on Lambert Street went up in flames. Went up in flames. Yep. Paul Andrew, Don Sullivan, Faye Norton. How you guys doing? How you guys keeping? Good to see Gail on the live and Candy on the live. Guys, you're hearing us clearly? Do let us know if you're hearing us clearly. Feedback is our enemy these days. Good to have you guys and looking forward to those voice notes. Looking forward to them. I want to hear from you. Told you got to run off at 12:30. Turn my attention to the press conference of the Alliance for Change. That's coming up at 12:30. Ziggy Brutus, Magnell Barrow, Rena Cummins, the technicians on duty says loud and clear. Loud and clear. What do you guys got planned for the weekend, folks? The weekend is upon us. Roderick, Candy says loud and clear. What are the plans for the weekend? Thanks, guys. Thank you. What are the plans for the weekend? What are the plans for Z weekend? Do let us know, folks. What's the plan for the weekend? What's the beat? We want to know what the beat is, folks. Do let us know. Don't be holding back from us now. Don't be holding back from us now. Patricia Goodman. Patricia Grizandi Goodman. Hazelin King says she's sick and tired of all the fires. Sick and tired of all the fires. Roxy Walters. We see you there, Roxy. Thanks for letting us know how we're doing. Let us know how you folks are keeping there. We sick and tired of the fires too. Hazelin says she's going to church tomorrow. Going to church tomorrow. Big shout out to all of our 7 Day Adventist folks. Maybe somebody getting married tomorrow. That's what taking Hazelin to the church. Shawnette Blackman. Good to have you, Shawnette. I'm going to get in some church myself this weekend. Good to getting some church myself this weekend. All right, we got Tyrell. Tyrell, how are you doing? Let us know if you're hearing our brother Tyrell. Do let us know.
Good afternoon, Guyana. Sherrod, I would like to know about settlement terrorists, why they did not get charged, and why the opposition would not go and protest at Eve Leary at the police commissioner office for the people at Bart Settlement to go before the court.
All right, thanks for that. Thanks for that. Thanks for that. We were a quiet administration. That's the problem. And you guys know what my brother's referring to. In the middle of that protracted election we had, we got those images of a policewoman who was assaulted in Bad Settlement. We see police running away. Bad Settlement. A school bus, they tell us, was pelted. School children inside on their way home. So that's a good question as any. What happened to the folks and the public terror from those at Bad Settlement? That's a fair question. A fair comment. A fair comment. But of course, the administration is going to be very selective. They ain't going after nobody in Bad Settlement. Unless it's to give them a hamper or a handout. They're not going to go after anybody in Bad Settlement. Guys, we want to hear from you. We want to hear from you. The time is going. Send us those voice notes, good folks. Send us those voice notes. We want to hear from you. What is your contribution today? What is your contribution? Do you folks do let us know? Send us a voice note. We're gonna play it back on this end for you guys. Forgive us if you get a little static from our end. A little static from us. Our apologies there. All right. It seems like that kind of slow Friday. Maybe we should have taken Friday off. Maybe we should have taken Friday off. Marlon Lorma, we see you there, Marlon. Gwendolyn Alonso, we see you as well. We see Kurt Caesar, Chevon Martin Barrow. We see you, Chevon. Right. We see you. I see GT Boy asking about the elections petition. We could get an update for you on that. We could get an update for you on that. Folks, the mic is yours. It's open. Rohan Basantram, good to see you there. The mic is yours, good folks, and the floor is open. Don't be bashful, folks. Don't be bashful. All right. I don't mind running off a bit early this afternoon to get some other stuff done. If you please, don't mind it at all, folks. All right. I think hold a sec for us, folks. We got to be checking the front end and the back end. All right. I want to say thanks to all those people who send us information, constantly keeping us in the know. Thanks to you guys. 6276963 is our number. It's open mic, which means it's your day. It's your day to shine. It's your day to shine, folks. And let us hear from one of our contributors.
Sherrod, this PPP install regime, the openly, the commonplacely one-sided in terms of the justice meted out in this country. What happened to the terrorists? Them is real terrorists at Bath Settlement. The injured police officers in uniform carrying out their duties. Tell me, what happened to the woman at is Monrepo? Were they asking for the kerosene or the gasoline for throw and light the fire at Monrepo there during the same time? What happened to she? They look for she, they find she. These people openly ridiculous and one-sided. But this is a wrong world we live in. We live in a wrong world.
Yeah, indeed. Indeed. Selective. Selectivity. folks are selective, right? You don't know what's going on. Selective. Selectivity, that's what's going down. You don't know. You don't know. Thank you for that contribution. Rock can come in, folks, with the VNs. We want to hear from you. We need to hear from you. Good to have you guys on. Mama said there'd be days like this. Kurt Caesar, we see you there. Merlin DeYoung, we see you as well. There'll be days like this, Mama said. Good to have you folks with us. And looks like we have a contribution here, good folks.
Good morning, Sharon and listeners.
Good day to
I want
you,
to say
Merlin.
kudos to all the factions that make up the opposition who have taken boots to the ground and are keeping meetings. I want to urge supporters to go out and support. For a very long time, you've been talking about not seeing your leaders being active. I hope that now they're active, you will throw your support behind them. And I want to mention something. It's not about WPA or PNC or any AFC or any other thing. The main thing at this time should be a united front because the enemy is not the AFC, the PNC, or the WPA. The common enemy at this time is the sitting government, the PPP. So I'm going to watch for you who like to talk about boots on the ground and do nothing about putting your boots on the ground. I'm going to be looking, and trust me, if I lived in Guyana, I would have been out there. I want to say also that that incident with Miss Simon, I got her name this time because I've been paying attention. That is just a matter of intimidation and spite because that's what you, the sitting government, is doing every day. They're using the mantra of fear to dissuade persons who are very much aware that a lot of nonsense is happening. They're using fear to intimidate the people. Now, this government doesn't seem to understand that it's the people who decide who they want. It's the people that makes a decision about which government they would like to have. And just as they're powerful at the moment, the people, I repeat, can take away that power from them. So I want you guys to pay attention to that. My third thing now, and I'm just being cynical at this point, is I noticed Miss Lynch is now speaking about an upgrade of salaries for teachers. It's not the teachers alone need an upgrade. With the current inflation, everyone needs an upgrade. So, yes, I admire the fact that she finally found her gumption to speak about a raise of pay, right? But I would have hoped that she would have spoken up about a raise of pay across the board. And I'm not speaking about the president and them. I'm speaking about the people because it's the people who need the assistance at this time. So I'm going to get off your case at this time, but I hope that the listeners get where I'm coming from.
Thanks, Marlon. Thanks, Marlon. Boots on the ground. Boots on the ground. You heard that, folks? You heard that? Did you hear that? Thank you so much for that intervention, Marlon. Thank you so much. They talk about boots on the ground all the time. They talk about boots on the ground all the time. Chisel Chipper, we early today because we gotta slip away at around 12:30. Chisel Chipper say, how come they show so early today? We gotta slip away around 12:30. We didn't want to shortchange you guys with the hour. So we came on early. We gotta slip away 12:30. There's a line for change presser coming up at 1 o'clock. So we wanna prep for that. Okay, Chisel Chipper, Siobhan McDonald, Dan Gravesandi. We see you guys there. We see you folks there.
Sherrod, good days, dear, and all those who are listening on the Below the Bill podcast. But there are lots of things bothering me that I will take whole day with you to speak about. But the most recent one that hit me this morning that I saw that someone sent to me is the head teachers of Region 4 was sent a memo to their teachers to fill out something, some form or whatever, on the ethnicity of teachers. What's the meaning of that? Where are they? What is that for, really? And where are they going with that now? What is really going on in this place? What is the meaning of this now? This is food for thought. This thing got me puzzled all morning. I reading it back and forth, trying to decide what is this all about? Where are they coming from with this? And where are they heading to with this? This place is getting serious. All sorts of things are hitting us left, right, and center. Those of us who are sleeping need to wake up and focus. We need to wake up and focus, Cheryl. Lots of things are happening. Anyway, thank you. I will follow this up very closely. Trust me. Thank you.
Hold up focus. The only thing they can want with that is to say, oh, look, majority of people employed here are Afro-Guyanese. We're not a racist government. We're not a racist regime.
Cheryl, good days, dear, and all those who are listening on the Below the Bill.
Apologies there. Marlon,
Another thing, Sharon, Priya should be ashamed to be talking about um, people stoking fires about racism because the sitting government, I know that they're quite aware that their supporters have been disrespectful to half of this nation. They never opened their mouth and said anything about it. So now, what those students are doing is a spin off effect of what they see their leaders doing. Every time it happens, right? When they get that effect, then they try to beat their chest and distance themselves from the monsters that they created.
Marlon, that's why they're hypocrites. That is why they are hypocrites. They try to kill you and then they won't come and cry at your funeral and fight your family to read the eulogy. Hypocrites. Folks, we want those voice notes to keep coming. We gotta run at 12:30, but we didn't want to disenfranchise anybody. Keep the voice notes coming, folks. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. We want to hear from you guys. 627-6963. 627-6963. We got to run off at 12 to be back at 1. Good to hear you, folks. Thanks for all those who contributed so far to our program. Yep, we see you guys there. Bridget Campbell, Laverne Joseph, Karen Clark, Siobhan, we see you. Diane Gribbs Andy. How you guys doing? Like we get a run off earlier than expected. Father don't come. Father don't come, but he sends. Right? Maybe we're just a tad too early for the folks. Maybe that's the issue. We thought we alerted you guys this morning. We'll be on early today. Maybe that's the trouble we're having, Marilyn. We're on a bit too early. A tad too early. But for our part, we didn't want to shortchange anybody by having a shorter program and then running off at 12. Maybe that should have been the thing we do. It's all good, folks. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. All right. We're getting another contributor queuing up. Queuing up. Getting another contributor queuing up, folks. Apologies for a sec. Let's make sure we get it right. I'm going to circle back to that. Maria Vera, Valletta Klein. We see you guys there. We see you guys there. All right. We're going to have that in a sec. Don't know why it says it's just loading and loading and loading. Oh, it's that kind of day.
All right. Good afternoon
Good afternoon.
to the listeners. Good morning, wherever part of the world you're receiving this program from. I'll share one problem in this country that's very disturbing now. Is these big trucks that we have um, traveling this road now. Years ago when we see a truck and you look, you're going to see a big man driving. So you know that, this truck will be driven in such a manner that is there, just some sense of respect for other road users and all these things. But today, when you look in a truck, is a little bike. A youth man, it look like he even done school. And you find the truck, the type of driving that they just do, you know, it's very concerning. Now you gotta be too worried, or not too worried, but more worried about the bus. You gotta be more worried about them truck now because them truck overtake bus, car, anything you could think about. Not even overtake alone, undertake, all kind of nonsense. That's why you find so much accident today involving trucks. People gotta see what these truck drivers be doing on this road. It's not easy. It's very concerning, you know. That's my contribution.
Gymnastics. That we're doing gymnastics. Gymnastics on the road. And that one at Greenwich Park to claim the lives of those four persons. They said he was speeding. One person tell us that was in the vicinity of a school, a primary school. They said the truck was going so fast that even on the impact, he was pushing the minibus forward. Couldn't apply brakes on time there at all. He was pushing the bus forward, pushing it forward. Down the street. Wrong and down. Pushing it forward. All right. I know it's one of those. We have another contributor, folks. We're getting set. All right, folks, give us a jiffy. We have another contributor. And big shout out to the folks there in Skeldon, Corriverton, or Corriverton, Skeldon. Marky Mark. Big shout out to the folks down there in Skeldon, Corriverton. Candy and Marky Mark. And the Skeldon crew.
Sharon, I want to talk to Mr. Jack there for me, man. Ask him to Skellen Estate, man. He promised me he can come and open back this estate. That Ranger been doing good. Everybody crying out to Ranger to bring back the time to Bonham time. And I can shopping as well. Jack, they bringing them now to buy. Jack, they bring him to race operation, Sharon. Oh, God, beg Jack, they for me to come and open this estate to buy. It's a tree, close to tree, buy. Jack, they not come open this estate, buy. All this money we doing with this money. You spending this money out all different places, nobody. Oh, I beg you, share talk to Mr. Jack, then he come open box Kelly Nestle for nobody.
Hear you there. Promises, promises, my brother. Promises, promises. You know how the guys are. Promises, promises.
Sherrod, good afternoon to the listeners. Good morning, wherever part of the world you're receiving this program from. I'll share one problem in this country that's very disturbing now. Is these big trucks that we have
The trucks, the trucks,
um, traveling.
the trucks, the trucks, the trucks. Thanks to those contribution, folks. Thanks for those contribution. All right. We're just over half hour, guys. Why don't we take our leave for today so that we can head on over and get set for that press conference we got coming up at 12 at 1 o'clock. Sorry. So stay tuned, guys. We're coming up with a press conference at 1 o'clock. I want to thank all of you guys for joining us. It's been a delight. We're going to see you guys back at 1 for the Alliance for Change Presser. Take care, and thanks for all those who contributed to our program. We're going to take an earlier leave than expected, an earlier leave than expected, and we're going to be back at 1 with the Alliance for Change Presser. Thanks for joining us.